And welcome to the Smash News Network. These busted name and news. We've got bonus features coming at you. We're going to start out with the likely GPS error locations. It's a total electron content forecast showing you the free electrons in between your GPS satellite and your handset. And we're seeing very chaotic and very large bands of red here. Those would be GPS errors likely of thousands of miles. So very high levels of electron flux there, and very significant GPS errors expected, especially around the equator at noon here, but some chaos happening as well. Some GPS errors likely on the nighttime side of the planet. So here's just a diagram showing you distances in miles. GPS satellites are located at about 12,500 miles of altitude. Very high geosynchronous orbits. We don't see any satellite charging hazards. Here's the one-year chart of the relativistic electrons as measured by the GOES 16 and 17. And there you can see we reached to about 8 times warning levels. Now about 7 times warning levels there. Especially yesterday on the GOES 17. And here's the forecast. We're expecting levels to be pretty flat here. And then I would expect a dip as the coronal mass ejection arrives. What do you think will happen next? Let us know in the comments. Next, we're going to show the ionosphere. The next section of our bonus features. This is located at 300 kilometers of altitude. It's the F layer. In many ways considered to be the bridge between Earth and space. Space, a frontier. We cover it on the regs. We leveraged ourselves in the realm of space weather years and years ago because of the emerging importance of space weather. Anyway, some major anomalies happening here. Let's bring up the latest image. Go to the anomalygram. Here's the anomalygram departure or anomaly in megahertz from the 30-day median. Some pretty big swings there over the Indian Ocean, Central African continent. You can see some swings from low to high frequency anomaly there, and then some major low frequency anomalies around the South Polar region. Here's the latest image. That is 12 o'clock Universal Time ionogram, 12 o'clock Universal Time anomalygram. What else do we have, you ask? One of the things we have is our own servers, like Smashamash.com. Why? In response to the pathetic censorship of Facebook back in 2018, we said we needed our own servers. So welcome to the Neo-Renaissance. Check out our links. Smashamash.com/SmashTeam is the source of funding nowadays for the content, while we still are technically on Patreon, and you could support us there if you like. We brought up our own subscription services site. It's vastly superior. We actually put content there, additional content nobody else gets to see except paid members, thanks to our gold and silver Smash Team members. Next is the Cerro Tololo ground-based solar observatory in our bonus features segment, part of the National Sunspot Observatory. It's showing hydrogen alpha, which is 6,562.8 angstroms. And there's plenty to keep an eye on. There are plenty of ions headed our way. Make sure you watch our previous videos about space weather. This is the third of 3 videos today about it. These sunspots are quite huge and quite capable of producing indeed M or even X class flares. That's a beta class sunspot too. It's kind of small compared to what's ahead of it. Sunspot 2940 is very complex as well. Sunspot 2939 is plenty complex. 2934 not so much. Here are the magnetic fields. That's only an alpha class sunspot. That is a beta gamma class sunspot. That is a beta gamma class sunspot. And that is a huge beta gamma class sunspot. Even that is a beta class. That's beta gamma as well. So again, likelihood of flares quite high. Now I just wanted to bring up the thematic map here. It's almost like cheating. Our regular viewers are probably well aware of the difference between a coronal hole, a filament, prominence, and so on. But on the NASA GOES 16 SUVI, it breaks it down for you. Like I said, it's like cheating. If you don't know how to identify solar features, just bring up the thematic map. Normally we look at the 304 angstroms. Its wide field of view is great at showing solar prominences. And let's bring up the 284 angstroms for once. Another ionized iron spectra, if memory serves. It's got these great bright electric blue colors going on here. And let's close out with some more SDO imagery on our bonus feature segment. Here's a close-up. This is a composite with 193 and 171 angstroms. Great at showing magnetic loops as well as coronal holes. Lots of features to talk about. A great Earth scale there as well. Just spectacular imagery from the SDO. And here's a bit more. The SDO ionized helium 304 angstroms wavelength. You will see some prominences happening there. We'll let it play through a couple times for your viewing pleasure. Last but not least, thanks for tuning in, and may that solar wind be at your back. Opinions expressed in this video, not necessarily the opinions of Smash News Network, least busted. Name it news.